Welcome, you guys. Boy, I love a 5-minute challenge. So this one is plank with weights. So get whichever weights you want. If you have one set, that's fine. Don't make it too heavy. And if it gets too much, I want you to release the weight completely. All right, go ahead and start in your plank. So in our planks, let's take our feet a little bit wider than the hips. Check my time. All right. And then from here, take the shoulders over the wrists. It's easier to do a plank with the shoulders a little bit behind the wrist sometimes, so we want to take the shoulders right over the wrist. Breathe here, and we're just creating some heat. Now we want to make sure we're not sagging or rounding so much, but that we're right in the middle. Now when I say rounding, I just don't want you to be up here, but I do want you to feel that feeling of scooping the organs towards the spine. Okay, so from here, you're gonna grab your first weight. I would take your weight pretty light today, and we're gonna do a row on one side. If you'll notice, I took my foot wider, my right foot out, I'm using my left arm. I took my right foot out to the side to help stabilize more so that I wasn't really turning towards the side. That will happen later. We're gonna do a row here. If this is too much, you're gonna lower down to your hands and your knees down. 3, 2, 1. Place the weight down, put the hand down, switch sides. Taking your row, keeping the elbow close into the side body as you row. Remember, this is a ton of work, which is why it's only 5 minutes long. And coming down to the knees is still a ton of activity. So you don't need to stay in the full plank. Keep that row going. 3, 2, 1. Place that down. Now, we're gonna come onto a side plank. This side plank, I'm gonna grab my weight, is going to be with a staggered foot position. So your top leg is in front, doesn't matter which hand is down, just as long as you're on the side. Top leg in front, and you can either take your weight up above you, or you can just keep your hand raised above you. So breathing here, if you want to make this a lot harder, you're going to lift and lower through the pelvis, up and down, which will also get into your shoulders, especially the lower shoulder. One more, and all the way up. Okay, we're going directly to the other side. So come into your side plank. The top leg is in front. Other arm with the weight is up, and you might be holding here. Again, you might be lifting and lowering up and down. I just love when Josephine, my dog, one of my dogs, decides that she really needs to be involved in this video, so she's barking. Up and down or holding. Up and down is a lot more work, I promise you that. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and put that weight down, come into your plank. From plank, knees in, alternating for your mountain climber. This can be done fast or slower. This can also be done on all fours, whatever version you want. If you want a little variation, you can actually take your mountain climbers out to the side, knees to the side, or even underneath you, crossing underneath. 3, 2, 1. Take a downward dog, deep breath in, and sigh out. Come into plank and come onto your forearm plank now. So you're in your forearm plank. This is a plank workshop, or 5-minute challenge rather. You can interlace your fingers or keep your forearms parallel. We're gonna use the ankles and rock forward and back, forward and back. Now I had to pause the video because Josephine was getting a little too noisy. And now this might not be an exact 5 minutes, but we'll try to make it around there. I promise it'll be beneficial whatever we do. 3, 2, 1. Take your side plank on your forearm now. This time, if you can stack the legs together, stack the legs together. Take a weight in your hand, and the weight this time is going to come up and forward and almost down. Up and forward and almost down. Now I'm showing you a little quicker. You can take this slower, or you can do this no weight and just with the hand, which is a lot in itself. One more. All right, well, going to the other side. You can switch more easily. I'm gonna stay facing you, so I'm switching to a completely other end of my mat. Lifting up, ankles are making L shapes, and up and down with either the arm or the weight and the arm. You can always fold over your mat under your forearm to pad the elbow a little bit more. So if you're sinking and this is too much, lower one of your knees down like so and get rid of the weight if needed. Up and down. Let's do 2 more. Last one. All right, weight down, full forearm plank to full plank. Forearm plank to full plank. And then downward facing dog. Last time you'll be in your full plank. And then we'll take a weight. You might go heavier on this one. And we're just gonna do weight passes. You're just going to hand down, pass the weight over underneath you to one side, other hand down, pass underneath you, other side. Just passing the weight. Try to let that weight land softly, not slamming it down, okay? Back and forth, left to right, underneath you. 2 more, 1 and 2. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, sigh out. Lower onto your belly. The work is done, the main work. And come into Sphinx pose. Shoulders roll back, heartless. Stretching out the abdominal wall and getting a little of that paraspinal work and back bend. So don't jump the chin up here. Breathe. And coming into child's pose. Oh, it feels good, right? Maybe rocking side to side. So I don't know if this is precisely 5 minutes. My guess is it's around there, thanks to Josephine, sweet Joe, who loves to exercise with me. But anyhow, we didn't need any more than what we did, I am sure. So if you want to tack this on to one of the other videos, this one might be your super, super challenging moment, and then you could tack it on to something like a gentle one, maybe even the bedtime one if you want something really, really soft and stretchy. That one's only 15 minutes. So let me know in the comments how this went for you, and if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much for joining me at Lizzie Briggs Yoga and Fitness. I really appreciate all that you do just by deciding to show up and by deciding to choose my videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.